I've been doing this morning stretch for the past 2 weeks and it has been incredibly helpful. It takes me about 25 minutes to do this and you literally need zero space. I start with neck stretches, so I'm going side to side, up and down, and bringing my ear to my shoulder for 10 reps each side. If you feel that one area is tighter than the other, feel free to do more reps. After that, I do static holds. So I'm putting my head on one side, holding it with my hand, and pushing my neck towards the other direction. If you have a tight neck, go easy on this one. But as you get more used to it, increase the pressure. So we're doing this stretch on all 4 sides for 10 seconds each. Next, we're rolling out our shoulders. We go clockwise and counterclockwise for 10 reps each. Again, you can do more reps if you want to. Even though this seems like a shoulder and back exercise, this is really good for your neck. So if you have neck issues, you should definitely do this. I don't know the name of the exercise. I just call giving yourself a hug. So we're giving ourselves hugs for 10 reps. I try to reach back as far as possible. If you feel like you have a knot in your mid back, this exercise is really helpful. Then we twist our back. Twist as much as you're comfortable doing. And if you hear a crack, it's not the end of the world. It's a good crack. We're doing 10 reps on each side, so 20 in total. Then we're doing hip circles, 10 reps on each side, clockwise and counterclockwise. These are very simple exercises. If you have lower back and hip issues, they will be really helpful. Then we go into hip and knee hyperextensions. I just want you to lean forward with your pelvis while keeping your legs straight. Stay in this position for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, relax, take a deep breath, squeeze your back and glutes as hard as you can, and come back to that same position and stay in that position for 10 seconds again. I want you to squeeze your glutes and back so hard at the end of that 10 seconds, I want some slight discomfort in your muscles. Then we go into our balance test. I want you to bring your knee up to your chest and stay in that position for 10 to 15 seconds. It's okay if you lose your balance, you will get there eventually. After 15 seconds, without dropping your feet onto the ground, grab your leg behind your back with your other hand so you get a deep quad stretch. Again, stay in this position for 15 seconds and repeat with the other leg. Next, we're doing leg swings. I want you to do this in front of a wall or any type of stable object that you can hold onto, and we're doing this for 10 reps on each leg. I want you to kick your leg as high as possible so you get a deep stretch on your hip flexors. And be aware of your surroundings. I don't want you to kick anything. Do the same on the other side, and we're on to the next exercise, which is calf raises. I want you to do this slow and controlled, and I want you to squeeze in that top position. When your feet hit the ground, I want you to explode back up, squeeze, and slow and controlled on the eccentric. The last tip is I want you to imagine that you're squeezing a ball with your heels. Do this for 10 reps. Next, we're doing hip airplanes. You're gonna bring your knee to one elbow, twist to the other side elbow, and then kick back. When you kick back, I want your leg as straight as possible. We're doing this 10 reps on each side. You can put the chair aside because we're now doing good mornings. This is the exact same movement as the Romanian deadlift. If you've never done this before, you can start by putting your back against the wall and doing it that way. The first movement of the exercise is hinging from the hips. So I want you to imagine there's a drawer behind you and you're trying to close it with your butt while not bending your knees and keeping your back straight. Stay in that bottom position for 2 to 3 seconds, come back up and repeat for 10 reps. Then we're doing tib raises, so I want you to put your back up against the wall, put your feet forward, and bring your toes up to your body. Squeeze your tib muscles for 2 to 3 seconds and slowly bring them back down. If you have ankle issues, if you're a runner, this is one of the best exercises that you can do. And again, we're doing these for 10 reps. Final exercise we're doing standing up is pigeon walks. I want you to take a very tiny step forward, plant your heel on the ground, and point your toes towards the sky. I want you to bend down while keeping your back straight. This isn't going to be a technical term, but I want you to imagine that you're throwing water to someone in front of you. You should feel this in your back and hamstrings. It's time to get your Pilates mat because we're laying down on the ground. This exercise is called the bridge and reach because you're performing a glute bridge and reaching towards the opposite side. If you know me, you know I love this exercise, so we're performing this 10 reps on each side. After that, lay down flat on your back and bring your knee to your chest. Place your forearm underneath your knee and squeeze your forearm as hard as possible while pulling your knee towards your chest. If you have knee issues, this will be very helpful, and hold this position for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, drop your knee to the opposite side of your body. Reach around with your other hand and grab your other foot. Take a deep breath from your nose, exhale from your mouth, and look towards the other direction your body's facing. You will hear your back crack 90% of the time, in a good way of course, and hold this position for 10 seconds. This exercise is called the human pretzel because if someone looked at you from a bird's eye view, you should look like a pretzel. Repeat on the other side. Next, we sit up and put your foot over your knee. Place your opposite side elbow over the foot that's planted. Stretch your back by looking back. Hold this position for 10 seconds and repeat on the other side. Next, we have hip 90-90s. Sit on your butt and bring your heels close to your hips. Rock your body back and forth while placing your knees on the ground. Do this 10 reps on each side and don't skip this because this is the best hip mobility exercises ever. After 10 reps, lift your hands off the ground, hold onto the leg that's in front of you, and try to lift your foot without raising your knee. This might look easy, but it's so hard to do, and after a couple of reps, you feel the burn. We're doing this 10 reps for each side. After 10 reps, we're going back to 90-90s, but this time we're lifting our hands off of the ground and standing up on our knees. I want you to squeeze your glutes as hard as you can in that top position and feel the burn in your hip flexors. Again, we're doing this for 10 reps on each side. This is optional but highly recommended. I put my elbows on my bed and I try to sink my chest into the ground. This opens up your back, especially your mid-back. Hold this position for 10 to 15 seconds. Then go down on all fours and do some cat to dogs. Here, you will take a deep breath from your nose while sinking your chest into the ground. And when you exhale, I want you to round your back and round your scapula. We're doing these for 5 reps. Then I want you to place one of your feet back while keeping your legs straight. Drop down on your same side hip. Anchor your opposite knee inside of the ground and keep your arms as straight as possible. Your hip shouldn't be touching the ground and stretch by trying to look back at the hip that's down. You will immediately feel this on your lower back and hold this position for 10 to 15 seconds. After that, get back on all fours and do 5 more cat to dogs. And repeat the same exercise on the other side. This is optional. I do this because I do Muay Thai and I want to increase my hip dexterity. You're going to get back on all fours, lift your knee at a 90-degree angle and kick outwards. We're doing this for 10 reps on each side. Then drop your hips down to get into child's pose. Sink your hips as low as possible and hold this position for 10 seconds. Then we get into pigeonholes by bringing your knee up to your chest. If you're flexible enough, hold your foot at a 90-degree angle as well. Clearly, I'm not flexible enough to do that. But regardless, stretch by looking over your same side knee and stretching your lower back. After 10 seconds, raise your body off the ground, get on your hands and hold that position for 10 seconds. Then sink back down to child's pose for another 10 seconds. Repeat on the other side. Now we're doing lunge and reach. Place one foot down, place your same side hand next to your feet and stretch up by looking up. You might feel a lot of discomfort in your abs, but try to hold it for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, bring your hand that's off the ground in between your legs for 5 reps. It's okay if you lose your balance. This is way harder than it looks. When that's done, lift your hands off the ground. Place both hands on your knee and perform a split squat. The aim here is to keep your heel on the ground at all times and your knee as far as possible. Hold that position for 10 seconds and afterwards sink down on your back leg and sit on your back leg while leaning back. Hold this position for another 10 seconds and repeat on the other side. Get rid of your Pilates mat because we're almost there because we have squats to do. We're going to do 10 full range of motion squats, but in the first one, I want you to keep that bottom position for a couple of seconds. I want you to keep that bottom position for a couple of seconds in the last rep also. Stay in that bottom position and place your palms on the ground and perform the squat and reach. This is exactly the same as the lunge and reach. But you will realize that the amount of stretch that you're getting in this position is significantly more compared to the lunge and reach. Hold that position for 10 seconds on each side. And yes, it's okay if your heels come off the ground, but the goal is to keep your heels planted. Place both palms back on the ground and lift your hips up without lifting your palms off the ground. Perform this for 10 reps also. Last but not least, this is totally optional, but roll out and do some push-ups for good measure.